Hey guys, what's going on? It's Dave with the Arizona Volleyball Addicts, and I am here to do something a little bit different. I am actually going to do a review on a product, one because I'm a volleyball player, and I think that this will help out some volleyball players, or at least I hope it will. I don't do these. I haven't done these. So here it goes. So we are going to review the Chirp RPM massage roller. RPM stands for rolling percussive massager. The long and short of it is a rolling massager. It's basically a motorized foam roller. At least that's how I'm going to look at it. Anybody that plays volleyball, I play beach volleyball. You guys all know that. I started playing indoor over the last couple of months. Some of you know that, some of you don't. Doesn't matter. But if you played indoor, you know what the impact is. If you play beach, you know what the impact is. It's not as bad, but still. With that being said, I actually got this for my wife because we're both on our feet all day long working on concrete floors. Shannon already has plantar fasciitis. My feet are messed up. So I actually kind of got this based on the way that it was set up and the way that it was presented, that we could use it as a foot massager and it would be very, very helpful. Gave it to her for Christmas. I'm already using it more than she is. And not intentional, but that's what happened. So here's my review on it. I've basically been using it daily, but I don't have a lot to compare it to. I have two massage guns, and they work well, but this works different, and for my needs, I think it works better. So here's the entire unit. So this is how it comes. There's nothing super special, super crazy, or super sophisticated about it. You do get this little 5 or 6 page pamphlet on how it works. I'll go over that real quick. It's not super complicated, which is what makes it fantastic. So here's what we're looking at. Number one, you've got the pin set charge port right there. You've got the power button right under my hand. 3-second hold, I think 3, 4, 5-second hold on that turns it on, and you'll notice even though it's on, it's not doing anything. While I've got it on, I can show you 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are all speed controls. So I'll get it back down to 1. On the bottom, there's this button and there's this switch. If you do not have it on the dock, and it does come supplied with dock, if you don't have it on the dock, the only way this thing will move is with this button here. So if I hold it, now it's going. But if I let go, it stops. This little button right beside it, it's actually not a button, it's a switch. So where I had it, notice it's rolling towards the screen. Now if I flip it the other way, now it's rolling towards me. So you do have a forward and reverse on it. The other thing is, like I said, it has 5 speed indicators. So for each one, I don't know how well my microphone in here works, so I don't know if you're hearing the motor speed up or slow down. It's speeding up every time I go, so I don't know what the difference in RPM rating is between speeds. And once you set it on the dock, it goes by itself. I'm not touching anything. It is set up so the handles only fit one way. Oops, I'm actually grabbing the wrong side. So the handles are set up so it only fits in one way. So if I lift it up, it stops. When I put it back down, it hits that switch. So if I were to take this and turn it the other way, it will fit in, but it will not do anything because that button is up. And if you try and put it in so it's sideways, it will not fit at all. And I only did that because I rolled the button onto the catch here. So I'm going to turn that off. So to me, what this is a glorified or motorized foam roller. I have 2 massage guns. I use them. I like them. But this isn't like them, which is what I like about it. I have issues with quads, thighs, IT bands, calves, lower back, you name it. I have issues with it. Like I said, I got this for Shannon for her feet, and the first day we cracked it open, we both used it on our feet. Feels a little funky, but it works. And Shannon was using it today and saying it makes her feet itch, and I think that's just breaking everything loose. I don't know where she's getting that it makes her feet itch. It does make them feel funky for a minute. The first time I did it, I ran my feet for probably about 2 or 3 minutes on this massager and just let it go, and I got up and walked, and my feet felt weird for probably about 2 minutes while I was walking around. Not in a bad way, just kind of weird, like everything had just been churned up and moved around and everything, which is exactly what happened. I have used this on just about a daily basis. The cool thing that I like about it, and again, I keep on comparing it to a foam roller, and the reason is when you set it on the deck, you guys saw the motor turns by itself because it's hitting that switch. So I don't have to really do anything. I don't like the idea. I have it's not a foam roller. I have a stick roller that has all these little discs that have all these little nubs on it and everything. And it's okay, but you got to sit there and you just got to wring and wrench into yourself, and it's you know, you don't get the job done the way that you want to, and you're either pushing too hard or not hard enough, and just depending on where that thing's at. And what I like about this is, one, the motor rolls by itself once it's on the dock, but if you look when I'm turning these, none of these beads, none of these roller bars, none of them line up. They're all offset. So you have hills and valleys. So when you're actually using this, you get this effect when it's going across your legs. So it's not just hitting the same spots. It's hitting different spots. So it's kind of covering everything. And then if you're using it with just your hand, you can work it back and forth. What I did the other night, and I've done a couple of nights now, was I left it on the dock, let it start rolling, and I actually laid my leg on top of it. So it was all my weight of my leg on top of the massager and the dock, and I just let it go. I would move my leg so it would either get my inner thigh, my outer thigh, my IT bands, or, you know, turn over and just let my hamstring sit on it and let that go, or you know, put my calf on it and just let it, you know, hit my calf and just run my calf back and forth. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not crazy complicated, so it's just really easy. So I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to go to 3. So if this is, I mean, this is my forearm. It's not super, you know, it's not super complicated. So, and same thing, get my tricep. But you can see how easy you can glide across that. Now, my personal take on it is, if you're gonna do that and you're gonna be bare skin like that, probably put some lotion on so it moves a little bit smoother, because dry skin, and even as smooth as these beads are, as smooth as these rollers are, you're still gonna feel it. So I would recommend putting some lotion on. Make sure once you're done with it, you clean off whatever excess lotion is there, but that'll at least help it go along your skin smoother, and it'll still get the work done that it needs to. The great thing about this is because the dock lays on the ground. It's actually built fairly well. I know it's plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap. So when I put it on the carpet and I roll over and I just plant my leg on it, it's sturdy. It's gonna hold. I've actually gone to the point where I've turned it on and I've literally rolled over it. So I'm literally laying the small of my back on it while I'm laying on the ground. And I've just let it beat the snot out of my back. The only thing with that is because of the angle and because of me putting the small of my back on it, I do have to use my legs a little bit to bridge up. That way I'm just not just laying all the way on it, but that's also to get the right angle so it hits the right spot in my back. But I think if you are a foam roller kind of person, I think this thing you would actually like even more because it does so much of the work for you. I did not expect it to do what it does. I figured based on what I'd seen on the internet that it was going to be good for some light massage and stuff. I did not figure that it was going to be as aggressive and as good as it is. The first night I actually put it on the ground and I got my inner thigh, my outer thigh, my IT bands. I did my hamstrings, I did my calves, and I hurt the next morning because there's so much tightness that was in there that this thing was breaking it all up and trying to get it all loose. It felt like I had been punched in the leg, like somebody had given me a dead leg like 5 times or something. I don't know. So, I remember when I was younger, they told me in the army, pain is weakness leaving the body. Well, there was a lot of pain going on, so hopefully that was a lot of weakness that I was getting rid of. But as far as this massager goes, I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm not getting paid by them. I don't get paid to review. You guys know that. I'm just putting this out there because I think a lot of volleyball players would do well and benefit from using this. I will let you know it is a little bit on the higher end as far as price goes. It's 200 plus. I got a deal on it for Christmas. I can't remember what it was right offhand, but it was, like I said, it was 200 plus. But for what I've already gotten out of it in the last week, because I've been using it, like I said, almost daily, I think it's worth it. I don't typically like spending that kind of money on rehab health stuff. Like I said, I do have a massage roller. I do have some massage guns, and they do work. I still use them, but for some of the areas, I think this works better because it targets a bigger area and does a more full job versus sitting there with a massage gun and just trying to, hit every part of my leg or my thigh or my IT band, whatever. This does it as if I'm just using a foam roller, moving on the foam roller like I would have to. But this one has the added benefit of the ridges, the hills, the valleys, and the electric motor where it's doing a lot of the work too. I actually really like this. I think it's a great product. I hadn't even heard of this company until earlier this year, and I wanted to get it earlier, and I lost the page, and I forgot what the name of the company was. Luckily, it popped up right before Christmas, and I was able to find it again. So if you guys want something to help loosen you up, either before you go and play or after you come back from playing, I think a lot of people would do well and benefit from this Chirp massager. They do have some other products I haven't looked into. Like I said, I'm not getting paid by them or anything. I got this one specifically for Shannon and I. It was originally just for a good foot massager because that's one of the hardest things to find is a good foot massager. This is a great foot massager and it does a lot more than that. So I am really, really pleased with how this thing has turned out. And I mean, there's not really a lot more to say to it. Like I said, like I said, it does have the 5-speed settings. It does have the rollers with the hills and valleys and everything. I guess the only downfall would be to say that it is a little pricey, but for what you get out of it, I'm perfectly happy with it. I'm not mad that I spent over $200 for it. Probably one of the most expensive pieces of health equipment that I've purchased, and I'm not mad about it at all. So that's my honest review. If you guys like this, hopefully it does somebody else some good besides me. I feel like it is helping me. I feel like it is helping improve my situation with my legs and my lower back. But I can't guarantee that it's going to help you the same way. If you're a foam roller person and you try this and you don't like it, I'm sorry. It's just my suggestion, and I think that it would help. I think a lot of my volleyball players, we a lot of us take our massage guns with us. That would be the one thing that I would recommend, is not taking this with you to the volleyball court. Make sure you are clean. Make sure you're not tracking sand on this. It does have, it's hard to see, and I doubt that the camera will pick it up, but there are vents inside of here where the motor is. There are holes that you can see through, and I know that goes to the electric motor, and so if you get sand in there, I'm sure it's going to cause a lot of problems. So this is more of a before and or after kind of deal. Don't take this to the volleyball court. Don't take this to the beach volleyball court, play 3 games, and then decide that you need to use this to massage your legs. Because if you're covered in sand, I'm pretty sure you're going to wreck this thing. And at that point, spending $200 just to wreck it, not worth it. I would use this before tournaments. I would use this after tournaments for sure. I use it right now before I go to bed, just to help keep me loose and everything. I am completely happy with it. If you guys like it, I recommend picking it up. Again, it's called Chirp, C-H-I-R-P, and it's the RPM massager, or they call it massager or massage roll. Yeah, Chirp RPM massager. Again, just my honest review on it. I know it's a little long. I don't normally do reviews, but like I said, I think a lot of volleyball players could benefit from this, so I am throwing it out there. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the sand. Later.